It's a different mission set here, and it's important for people to understand how important this mission is, not just to the Army, but really the nation. My name is Sergeant First Class Timothy Garris.
Captain John Agolia. I'm an 11 Alpha infantry officer.
Here on Joint Base Meyer-Henderson Hall, I'm part of the 3rd Infantry Regiment, also known as the Old Guard, and I'm the Regimental Ceremonies and Special Events NCOIC.
Today was regimental ceremonial testing. We're trying to certify them to make sure they're ready to be put into a ceremony and execute a ceremony, whether that's at the White House, here on Summerall Field, at the Pentagon, or whatever venue that we're going to have it at.
From the ranks of Staff Sergeant all the way up through Command Sergeant Major and Second Lieutenant up to the Colonel, they have to pass a series of tests to be able to certify that they're able to march in ceremonies.
They go through a checklist and they're looking for everything: medal alignment, placement, lint, press marks, just basically the uniform. So everything gets measured to 1/32 of an inch. So you'll see them out there with a micrometer, just really getting into the very nitty-gritty portion of it and really dialing it in on that uniform. There's also a 70-minute stand, which is exactly what it sounds like. They're at the position of attention for 70 minutes. And that is just to make sure that they can hold ceremonial composure throughout a long duration ceremony. Following both of those tests, we do the voice test. It's a series of voice commands that are given, and we're measuring inflection, cadence, tone, volume. The next test after that is the standing test. It's with a saber. For NCOs, it's with the sword. So, we're measuring tip height to make sure it's within 6 inches off the ground. We're looking for flare left and right of the saber, and just really making sure that they look clean and professional from all different angles as they go through the saber manual. After standing manual, it's the marching test, just kind of how they look as they move across the field with a formation. So do they look smooth? Does it look like they're gliding is what we're really going for. The next test is the dressing test, which is to dress the formation, usually done by the NCOs. And then we have the officer-NCO exchange, for turning over the formation from the NCO, who leads them onto the floor, to the officer to execute the actual ceremony. And then the final test is the pass and review. We call it the shoot, because they're executing through a shoot. Basically a moving or a mobile rendering of honors. Those are the different tests. Every week we execute the ceremonial testing to make sure that we're getting people through the process.
I actually started in the Old Guard. I did 4 years in the Old Guard in Honor Guard Company from 2009 to 2013. Decided to come back to the Old Guard to show the younger soldiers here that they can leave the Old Guard and still be successful in the Army.
We're talking state funeral, we're talking the inauguration, we're talking state dinners, foreign head of states coming to the White House. Everything that we do in those regards is a representation to the world of our United States Army, our military forces as a collective. So to give them a glimpse of professionalism and perfection and just serving as a good steward of the profession, right? A good representation of what people look to in the military or the Army.